Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we will be taking a look at the Mastermind Creations Reformatted number 15 Jaegertron, who is also a bounty hunter apparently. And this guy is a third-party figure of Lockdown, and he is actually pretty damn awesome. Now, I've had this guy for a while, a long while, actually, and there are a couple of things that are, a little old. Something that actually broke on me when I first got the toy was his waist. I'm pretty sure he used to have waist articulation, but because of a small snap in the, in part of the assembly just over here, unfortunately, I had to glue it down, so there is no waist articulation. But this, other than that, this guy is freaking awesome. Like, he is menacing and terrifying. He's lanky and creepy and hunched over thanks to his unfortunate big-ass backpack. You can mitigate that a bit if we bring up these swords. You can bring down the front kind of backpack section here. You can spray them out a bit just to kind of clean up the profile a bit. Give him some give him some coattails, make him look fancy, kind of like Crosshair. Yeah, he to be true, like, this guy truly is really freaking cool. Some things that he comes with are these very nice IDW styled swords done in mainly clear plastic, and detail, like the molding on the actual plastic itself has these really nice triangular details on them. And a bit of just kind of very nice molding here close to the hilt. You have where the quote spark crystal would have been for the sword itself, and then it's just painted in silver. And these are very nice blades. Like, they're kind of sharp too. Like, the points here, I have actually pricked myself on these once or twice. This one's kind of is a bit bent, and that's fine. Doesn't really. I normally don't actually have him with the swords. Yeah. So he comes with two of these. He comes with obviously the card itself, and it's stocky card. It's very nice. You have his tech specs, which are pretty cool. Pretty decent. I don't know what cast means. That's obviously for like this universe's thing. Now, the instructions also came with a small comic book. Unfortunately, I don't know where the instructions went. So, unfortunately, I can't show that off, which is weird because I normally keep the instructions for things. But yes, unfortunately, there's that. But now let's actually get a look at Mr. Lockdown himself. And very quickly, here is his face. And that is a wonderful Lockdown face. That is just beautiful. It's like it's a wonderful mix of his IDW and also a little bit of the original movie Lockdown from the toy that he got in Revenge of the Fallen, I think it was, when they were just kind of like updating the animated figure to have a more realistic style. And I love it. It is wonderful and creepy and horrifying. And you can switch it out for two other heads. So all you want to do is just pop it off. It is just a simple little headpiece here. That's all it is. And you can switch it out with two other heads. So the first one you have is something that is very reminiscent of his movie look, where you have the fully masked face to give him like that he's a hunter, and that this is like just giving him a whole heads up display, make him look really creepy and everything. And you can also bring it up as well. So that's really cool. I dig it. I dig it so much. I love this head. You can get him to do a bunch of really weird shit too with it, which is awesome. I love it. I love how expressive just the head can get. And you don't really have, like, you just have that. Like, just that little tilt, or that large tilt with the mask, that is terrifying in just, like, a plastic toy. And I love it. I love it so much. Something just fell off, but that's okay. And then we also have this. So, this is also part of the vehicle mode, but it is also his head. And if you can plug it in like so, you now have Railgun Face. That's a little bent, unfortunately. But yeah, so you can also get the very nice weapon face thingy mode that he had in Age of Extinction, where he's just hunting everyone and going pew with the face. It is just kind of held to place with four pins. They're very small. They're a little brittle. I'm surprised there's nothing in the center here that would kind of help, because there's a hole on both sides. So I'm surprised that there's not a single piece that actually helps keep everything stable. And just from me not really playing with it, it does kind of droop a bit. Unfortunately, the plastic is a wee bit warped, but that's kind of it. It still looks really good, so there's no need to worry about that. But let's get him back to basic head. There we go. And one thing I didn't actually mention is he has the nice green, just translucent green strip just going throughout his head, and that just looks awesome. You also have some very nice green highlights going throughout his body and his chest and everything. Some very nice pinks going through the vents here on the shoulders. And something else that I actually just realized is, and I'm not sure if there are a bunch of guys here, or people here, shouldn't just say guys, people here not on the crotch. We'll go to the shins, because that's just a little awkward. It'll come up a wee bit more in vehicle mode, but this guy's a racing drone from Acceleracers. Anybody remembers that? Yeah, so you also have these very nice feet. Very menacing, very cool. Everything is nice and solid on this guy. He's amazing. He is 100% just awesome. I love him so much. And his articulation is just out of this bloody world. You have, like I just showed off, really nice head articulation. You can get like full three. You can do a crazy kaiju thing, or yokai thing. Japan. You can get him to do a bunch of really creepy stuff. It's just amazing. You have wonderful shoulders. Unfortunately, you can't get a full Suck It Magnus, unfortunately. That's about as much of a Suck It Magnus as you can really get without just doing this, rotating the shoulders, and then doing that, and just going, that's right, I'm out. Yeah. So again, you get a very nice upper arm rotation here, and then you get a nice double bended knee, elbow. So you can get some really good articulation there. You get a forearm swivel. You also get articulated wrist swivels, which is amazing. And it's just because it's just a pinned hand. So you can get him to wield his swords. And you can get him to do the ever cool sword point. That is just amazing. Yeah. So there's that. And let's see. Now again, I mentioned no waist swivel, unfortunately, but he used to have one. So legs can go out about that far, which is decent. Untab the backpack here, and you get a decent back range here, which is nice. You also get movable hip skirts, which is cool. And you get a very nice and deep knee bend, which is awesome. You can kind of get a double bend at the knee, but that's mainly more for transformation, but even still. And then you get some wonderful ankle rockety tilts thanks to the footsies being on ball joints. So if you want, you can make him a pirate. He be a pirate, yarg. Yeah. So there's basically that. Oh, actually, sorry. You can also articulate the wings as well. These are wonderful little shooty bang bangs. They are very, very nice. And you can basically do whatever you want with them. I usually just kind of leave them like that. So he has little gun turrets kind of behind his shoulders. Or you can actually fold them in and around. And that hides them beautifully. So if you want, you can make him a little bit more of a tactical kind of hunter. So looks like that. Doesn't look very assuming. Let's say we use his arm here. And whenever there are forearms or any kind of flaps or gangly bits that are just left on a forearm, I love making those like small inlaid computer consoles because that just helps me deal with just small extra vehicle kibble. So you have using the add a little kibble here, bring out the hand, and is that out in, and now the man's got big ass guns. And yeah, I think that works. I think it kind of works for just Lockdown's character in general, that he would have. Well, we all know he likes modding himself, so this would make total sense. Where he doesn't really have to do a whole lot of fighting, and it's just one console, and he just has to kind of aim them around. Yeah, but that is not the only thing that this guy can do. For if we take off the hand, we can give him his hook hand. Yes, his wonderful hook hand. Wonderful. Now he truly do be a pirate, yo ho ho. Yarg. But yes, now, as you can see in the back here, he also comes with this very nice little, let's call it a trophy kit, or a trophy case. Because that's what it is. It is a very nice trophy case, and you can hold 4 other arm attachments as well. So you get, I don't even know what this is. I have been kind of calling it just a piston drill. So you can just kind of shoot it out, and then it just drills a lot of spiky stuff, which is nice. Then you have a very nice axe hand, so he can let his inner Viking out. Just clip it back in there. Come on, you. Yeah, you're in. Okay. Then you have I forget the proper pronunciation, but you have basically a very nice club here for, each side is just got a bunch of spikes, which is very nice. And finally, you have a mace as well. And those all just clip into the hand very easily and succinctly, like so. So you can have him kitted out to do whatever. And if you're not feeling him just having the one hand, take that out. Give him the axe, or not the axe, the hook. And you can kind of just mix and match how you want your not Lockdown to look. And yeah, just put those out. And then it is very simple. It's just a C-clip. So you have this little clip here, and then you just clip it into the, like so. Clips like so. And come on, you. There we go. Oop. So yes, it also comes with a bunch of heads as well. It's nothing really special. They just come in clear little containers here that click on to the back of the shelf there. And these, I believe, are for their not Predaking, if I remember correctly. So you'd be able to take off the faces and give them wholly new ones. Though this one kind of reminds me of a little bit more of a Grimlock face. If I can get it to... Come on, camera. Look at it. Come on. It's not... Unfortunately, it's not coming up well on camera when I zoom in. But there are very nice little detailings here that kind of make it look like the mask itself is kind of breaking. So it has showing the inside of the teeth. And it is very cool. And yeah. And you just, gotta take it back out. Put the head back in. And this one just kind of slides in. A lot of them just kind of slide back in. Except for, I believe, this one. Because, as you guys just saw, and it fell. This guy just has a little ball joint on the head. So you just plug it back in on the ball joint. That's another thing. Unfortunately, this one, the stands, they just kind of have a little thud. I don't know if you can hear it. There's just a very light little thud there. That's all. That's really, there. To keep it standing. But it's not bad. It works. It does its job. Put his hands back on. And unfortunately, there's no real place to put the hook. So I just kind of leave it. You can kind of hang it there if you want. If you want him to have both of his hands, just kind of leave it there. But one final thing that this guy can, or that this case can do, is we to the back. There are two little nubs here that are sticking out. So we just push on them. There we go. Click that back into place. And then we pull out. Come on, you. There we go. We pull out two very large and very dangerous looking guns. Come on. Come on. 1 second. Got it. Two very large and very dangerous looking guns. And look at these things. They are amazing. Done in black plastic as per the usual with this entire kit. Figure. Went into Gundam review mode there for a second, sorry. And you can just put them in his hand. And you have a very nice little giant blaster thing. Now, unfortunately, the wrists are a bit weak, so... And the guns are kind of big, so you get a little bit of a floppy hand. Yeah, you can't really keep up the gun. Which sucks, but that's fine. I don't normally have these displayed with these at all, so... And luckily, they just click back in, and they're not that difficult to put in, thankfully. They're not as hard to get out as they are to put in. Oop, knocked the camera there for a second. So, that's that for the trailer, and you just kind of close that up, and there you go. So, time for some comparisons, shall we? So, here he is with the Transformers Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. Now, he does have a little upgrade kit that makes him taller. Excuse me. Makes him a little bit better proportioned. So, there's that. Here he is with Optimus Prime, so you can see how he stacks up against a Voyager? Leader. So there's that. And here we have him next to Turbine. They're not IDW Whirl. And right now I just have him in chicken mode, but you can also just kind of click everything back in. Like so. And like so. And there we have him next to Whirl. And yeah. So those look very good together. So, let's get down to transformation, shall we? And it is actually pretty fun. So, first thing you are going to want to do with this guy is you are going to want to open up the forearms like so. There are two little tabs here, and then you want to rotate the hand sideways so that you can fold everything in. And something I also like to do, sometimes if I really feel like having the figure just having body-mounted weapons, I will actually rotate the hand the other way, like so. Move it in, and then that way he now kind of has a like bowcaster type weapon in his hand, and that looks really cool. I like that. But back to transformation, close everything back up, and do the same on the other side. So rotate and close up. Then we want to go to the shoulder joint here, rotate that all the way to the side so that the hinges are facing outward. And then you want to also take the shin itself, or the forearm itself, rotate that as well so that the little peg hole is facing outward. There we go. There we go. And here, zoom in. So it all looks like that. And then you want to be careful of this elbow piece here. This little elbow guard also likes to, it also kind of rotates as well by itself. So you just have to be careful about that. And then on this hinge, you want to bring up the arm. And then it just kind of thuds into place there. Here. And then you want to go to this hinge and make sure that everything just kind of lines up and clicks into place like so. And then we just do the same on the other side. Like so. And like so. And there we have that. Wonderful. Next, you want to push back on the head, and that will move the entire neck piece back a bit. And that's just for clearance sake. Something I also like to do is I like to de-thud the arms so that they just kind of fall down like so. There we go. Then we untab the whole back section here. Bring out the wings a bit. And then we just take off this useless shield piece that literally does nothing. Bring the entire back section out and around. And something you want to be careful about is this glass section here. So I recommend just kind of bringing this up and kind of going through it back here like so. And then you just push that back. Leave the cockpit section just kind of out there hanging. Bring the entire back section down like so. Fold out the side wing bits here. And then we can go back to the arms. Bring them back down like so. So everything should kind of look kind of like that. Then we move on to the legs to just kind of finalize everything. So we want to make sure that the shin guards with the spikes are facing forwards like so. So the pointy bits should be facing the chest. And then I want to just pull out little side fins here and then connect the shins together. There are tabs right here and right here that make it very easy to just kind of connect them. Now on mine, they like to separate, unfortunately, very easily, but on others, it's fine. At least from what I have seen. So we then take the footsies on the ball joint and just kind of bring them down like so. Then we take the foot guards and also bring them down so everything looks like that. And finally, we bring this back down because apparently that likes to fold itself back up. And then on the inner knee joint, we want to rotate everything up. Actually, sorry, my apologies. It is this joint here, not the upper thigh, the lower thigh joint that you want to move up like so. And then we rotate or not rotate, then we bend at the regular knee. And then now it's all just about fiddling with everything, because it doesn't like to. What are you doing? Why are you being like... Oh, I see. It just kind of disconnected. That's fine. So you just move everything together like so, and then there are little tabs right here and right here that will peg into the feet right here and here. You can just kind of see the little square or rectangular ports there. They will just go in. It will go in. Do not make me a liar, Jaegertron. Do not make me a liar, sir. Your bounty will be most hefty if you continue to annoy Mr. Jaegertron. And there will be no bounty hunter in the galaxy that you will be able to hire. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going crazy. There's that. Bada bing, bada boom. We are almost done. So finally, you just want to take the cockpit section and tab it into this little cannon. And we will take the wings, and there are multiple little points in which the wings will tab in. So there's a little slot right here and a little slot right here, and tabs that correlate to those little spots. So there's a tab right here and a tab right over here. Yeah, right about here somewhere. And then we just want to make sure that everything lines itself up very nicely. Never wants to do it for me. I don't know why. I think Jaegertron hates me. And that is fair. So there's that. And there is that. And then for final pieces, if you don't want VHS, I guess not totally useless, but still basically useless, you put the shield right there that hides the face. Bring out the little side wings here. And then we take the head, the gun head, and we bring it, and there's a hole right here. We tab it in to this slot right here. Close that all up. Make sure everything kind of fits. Is snug succinctly. Yes. There we are. And here we have him in his vehicle mode. So I'm just lower that down, lower this down, and there we go. And I gotta say, I love this vehicle mode. Its presence is just, it's menacing and terrifying. This is something that I would assume a bounty hunter would be flying in or turn into, you know, if they were a giant robot transformer. But it's wonderful from the swooping angles to just how angular and pointy and sharp everything looks. It is, well, just amazing. You have now a lot of the detail now is mainly black with just green highlights going throughout the vehicle here. And now you can kind of understand why I said that this guy is very much a racing drone, because just a black, green, the small hints of red just on that cockpit section. It's beautiful in just the weirdest terms. Again, you can kind of see where everything falls just in terms of the undercarriage, but that's kind of fine. They do a decent job making it so that the I guess the turbines kind of look like they are, or the vents are able to kind of give him some good lift to kind of hover about. Something I wish this figure did have was a spot for a display stand. I think that's what this is supposed to be. It can be a display stand port, but I am not sure. I have not tested it. Actually, no time like the present. Let's see. Are you going to fit? Nope, you're not going to fit. You are too... that's too tight. I'm not risking a display stand just for that. So I guess you can if you want to drill it out a bit, but I wouldn't recommend it. Honestly, just leave that nice and just goes in like so. And yeah, no, I love this figure. And to be truly honest, even though I want, like, I'm definitely getting the Starseeker Lockdown figure just because I want to chug Lockdown. This is like my headcanon starship that he flies around in, just because like I think that this is perfect for Lockdown just as a character himself. But yeah, so for articulation, obviously you get the nice little bendy wings here, which are nice. You get, you can move the, I want to call these ailerons, but I know that's not it. Problems with it, however, is it doesn't, the upper wing part, or the actual wing parts don't like to clip into place, or stay clipped into place on the arms. And this likes to keep popping off, which is annoying. Stay. You can also move the rifles kind of around as well, which is nice. They are also just kind of pegged in, so you can kind of have him holding them in robot mode. I apologize, I didn't go into that. And yeah. And if we bring back in the the trophy case, and we open it up once more, and we take Lockdown, Jaegertron, we fold back in the wings, and there are small holes right here, and pegs on in the trophy case, right here and right here. So if we fold up the landing gear, like so, we line everything up just right. Make sure that the tail fins go into section right here and right here. Make sure to line everything up like so. Kind of helps if you kind of half close it a bit to get everything locked into place. 1 second. Okay, so I got everything lined up. The cannon fell off again. I'll worry about attaching that in a sec. Yeah, so you want to make sure that you just kind of make sure that the bits get into the knees right here. Come on, you. Come on, behave, please. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we have that, and then we take the smaller wing sections here, and then we just line them up to just kind of fill out that wing, just that giant wingspan there. And now we have Jaegertron. We, full kit him out. Come on, you. And now we have basically him flying a giant prison ship. And that looks just amazing. It is so cool. And I love it. It is a pain to get him into it, like just to connect everything. But once you get it connected, it is awesome and just amazing. And you can really just, like, seeing something like this out in space would be terrifying, because you're like, oh dear God, prison ship, wonderful. Now, something else is that you can also, the wall. There are batteries that you can put in. I have not, but there's just a little on-off switch, and that just lights up the back thruster here. Only the one, which kind of sucks. It would have been cool if it was all three, but c'est la vie. Yeah, so there's that. So we'll put him off to the side right here, and we'll bring in Shattered Glass Magnus. Make me transform this fucking thing. I hate the Earthrise Magnus mold. I hate it. And I'm pretty sure I mistransformed it, but I don't care because I don't like transforming that fracking thing. And yeah, so you can just kind of see just how much longer that makes him. Like, by gosh. So if we about here is where the vehicle, where Lockdown's original vehicle mode is. So you can just see just how much more length that gives the ship. And that is just amazing. Yeah, so there's Crapness. Here he is next to Optimus Prime. And yeah, is about right. That is amazing. Obviously, nothing is to bloody scale, but that is fair. Here we have him next to Turbine. Turbine? I have the card here. Reformatted. Turbine. It is Turbine. My apologies if I've been calling him Turbine throughout the entire thing. And yeah. So there's that. I've been gushing about this the entire review, but I love this figure. It is so damn cool. And so it is just amazing. Take him out of this because it just makes my life a lot easier to kind of hold him and handle him. I love this jet. I love this robot mode. I think he's amazing. Where did I put the cannon? Oh, here it is. And another really cool thing, and I realized you can actually store the weapons in vehicle mode. The long sections here, if we take them out, there are actually points in the vehicle mode where you can see you can kind of sheath in the swords in robot mode. Now they go the other way. I'm just showing just for autistic effect that they go through and they go along the entire body of the vehicle. So if we could, we'll just put everything kind of like that. So everything just kind of stores up in the vehicle and it looks amazing. Or it looks amazing. I mean, it does. It's really good engineering and really good use of just, hey, there's a bit of our toy that has empty space. We could probably, make them giant sheaths. Yeah. And I know they made a, what was it? It was a Cyclonus out of this mold. So they just kind of redid the entire front section. But honestly, this is to me, this is the figure. It is amazing and I love it. I'm not sure if Mastermind is still selling these, but if you can find one for a decent price, I 100% say go for it, because this ship is just amazing. The figure itself is really, really good. Yeah, that's been me gushing for 40 minutes about a spaceship. I love it. I think I've said that 100 times now. But yeah, that is it for the, I was going to start off by saying Transformers. No, this is the Mastermind Creations Reformatted number 15 Jaegertron. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. So have a good rest of your day, night, or whenever you watch this video, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye, everyone.